Is it you that was telling me he's been on the premises? So
I saw him Sunday, right before the day before it started. I just got that article. Look at it. Still around.
Great, thank you. Thanks everybody for coming. Obviously, no Tommy Haas in the end, Tournament Director, Peggy Michael, Assistant Tournament Director, and Jean-Yves Fillion, CEO of BNP Paribas USA. So I'll let Jean-Yves start, and Tommy and Peggy a couple things to say, and then we'll open up for questions from there.
Well, thank you for being here. Actually, it's always a privilege to be here at Indian Wells. What I wanted to share with you today is first and foremost, I've been privileged myself and the bank as well to be associated to and to be part of this wonderful journey with the BNP Paribas Open for now a decade. And what I'm thrilled to announce today is that the bank has renewed its commitment to sponsor this tournament for the next 5 years, which all in will lead to a 15 years relationship. It's a very long time in any space, by the way, and in the world of tennis specifically. I think it just highlights the wonderful partnership we've had with the tournament, with the organization, with Mr. Ellison and with Tommy and with Peggy here. And that's really the main announcement I wanted to make here. I think it's fair to say that, you know, since 2009, this 5 years, you know, I'm a banker, I'm supposed to be good at math, right? I think 5 years will lead into 2023, right? Yes. And I believe it will make us the longest ever sponsor of this tournament. I know you're probably all asking yourself, and I'm just trying to anticipate here, why is it so meaningful to BNP Paribas? It's pretty simple. It's first and foremost, this is the US. We have 16,000 people in the United States. This is California. We have a very strong presence in California through our Bank of the West affiliate here. It's very important to us. We're part of the fabric of this country and of the state. And obviously, having sponsored tennis worldwide for over 40 years, that's really what it means. And being associated to the best, the very best, and one of the very best, you know, tournament in the world, definitely the best and the most visible outside of the Grand Slams. What I wanted to share as well, and before I turn it over to Tommy, is having had the privilege to be here for the last 10 years. I'm French-born, but I lived most of my life in the US, and I actually lived in California for over 11 years. I've got to know the community better here. And part of what we do is obviously throughout tennis is to make sure we contribute and we give back to the community that host us. And I announced yesterday our third year of scholarships. You know, we've picked schools. The first 2 years in Coachella Valley, we went to the Desert Mirage School this year. We've given away 2 scholarships. It's life-changing for these kids, you know that, right? They are good, they play tennis, they have great grades, but they need the support to go to college, otherwise they don't. And as part of this renewal of the sponsorship of the BNP Paribas Open at Indian Wells, we will be expanding our scholarship program going from 2 to 3 kids to make sure we can not only contribute to the region, but we can make sure we contribute to their education, and they deserve it so well. Then with this, I will turn it over to Tommy.
Thank you. I'm gonna move this over to here if it works. No, it's a little bit stuck. That's okay.
That's right, it'll pick you up.
It'll pick me up?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Well, thank you, Jean-Yves. Thank you so much to BNP Paribas. As this tournament and the Indian Wells Tennis Garden have grown over the past decade, you've been an exceptionally great partner, and we are excited to continue this great partnership. You know, we are looking always to expand, continue to grow, and make this event a world-class event, and to have your partnership means the world to us, and we can't wait to continue to look for what's ahead and make it even better. So thank you again. Thank you also for your kind words and the human that you are. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good morning. I would like to thank you, Jean-Yves, personally. We started this journey in 2008, and we feel that we have the #1 tennis sponsor in the entire world here at the BNP Paribas Open, and we are so glad that you want to continue with us. We started out as a partner in business, I think, and we've turned into a family. And everyone, we want to thank the entire staff that you have, that they work so hard every year to make this such an outstanding tournament. And with the benefit of having Bank of the West coming in as well to help support BNP Paribas. So thank you again for everything, and we look forward to another wonderful 5 years.
Same here.
Questions? Stunned silence.
We've been totally confusing or super clear. Either way, right?
What were the parameters of the relationship before? Was it ending after this year until this announcement, or were there, refresh my memory on that?
You know, that we had, I mean, no specific parameters, as you know, Peggy and Tommy highlighted very well. We believe we renewed it twice during the last decade, and I have to say this partnership has been so seamless that the main parameter has really been trust and communication and sharing, and candidly it's been quite natural to look into the future. And you know, good partners speak pretty much every day. Then when there is a moment in time that you have to make a more, I would say, defining decision, when this level of joint mindset and communication exists, it's a pretty seamless process to look into the future. But Tommy and Peggy, please.
Peggy, yeah,
Well, I don't think that we were looking for anyone. I think we found, as I said, in 2008, when we were looking for a title sponsor, we were very fortunate to be introduced to Jean-Yves and to BNP Paribas. And as I said, it's this unbelievable friendship. We work very well together. You know, we want to be the best tournament in the world, and having BNP Paribas, whom is the best sponsor of tennis, we wanted that to happen again. But we were not looking for anyone else. And I guess I kept twisting Jean-Yves' arm every time I saw him, saying that you must come back, you must come back. But I think it's a mutual agreement that we both, wanted this relationship to continue.
And I was not looking to anyone else either, and it worked well.
Yeah. Sorry.
First of all, congratulations on extending for 5 years. Really impressed with the outreach, community outreach you spoke about. And I know going forward, things are kind of tied to the Coachella Valley here. Are you ever thinking about extending outside of Coachella Valley into other California communities outside of the Coachella Valley? For outreach, community outreach.
So, well, right, it's a wonderful question, and same thing, I'm going to have Tommy and Peggy jump in here as well, because it's really been it's part of this partnership. You know, it's been looking already outside of the stadium, which led into the Coachella Valley. Just as a background, the bank is doing a lot in terms of supporting education beyond tennis, around the world and across the United States. I think for the time being, in life, it's better to do it versus to say it. Then we want it to be very specific, to target, a school that were, in the vicinity of the stadium. But I believe that, going forward, and if I look at the 5 years ahead, anything that makes sense in terms of supporting this community, even in a more broader way. In a broader way, which is something we will always discuss and consider. But Peggy, you've been a big driver of this.
Well, within the Coachella Valley, we have, many schools. But the area that we have been thinking about mostly is out by Coachella Valley High School and Desert Mirage High School. And it means so much to those communities to receive the support. The two recipients this year, Jennifer and Jade, they are the first members of their family to go on to college, and that is huge. And a lot of times these little communities are forgotten, and it's really with the BNP Paribas support and Jean-Yves, who you can't imagine. We send him the recipients, we send him their information. He reads their information, and then the choices that are made come through Jean-Yves, but also the school counselors. And you just can't imagine. We went out there the other day, and this entire auditorium was filled with young freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. And if you could see, their faces and their eyes when Jean-Yves spoke about education and how important it was, and that to continue the education, and that BNP Paribas was behind in supporting it. And it's moving. And so we hope to continue that throughout the Coachella Valley with the support of BNP Paribas.
Maybe some of you might have saw them yesterday. In addition to what Peggy described, and we take them on Central Court to officially receive the scholarship. And just before going on stage, I told them, well, I'm not going to speak much. Besides, I have a French accent, and you better, take over. And they were like, we're going to have to speak in front of the stadium. And one of them told me, I'm not going to make it. You're going to make it. The way they spoke about their plan and program and family and giving back was just moving in front of 20,000 people.
First of all, congratulations. I would like to ask Tommy a question, an on-court tennis question, if I could. Tommy, you've obviously known Roger for a long time, on court and off, but what are the one or two things that make him so incredibly special, that have allowed him to stand above in such an impressive way for so long?
We could sit here a long time and talk about it, if it's okay with everyone, since it is really about the partnership with BNP Paribas. I'm glad to, or be happy to answer the question with you shortly after this press conference, and if you would like, whatever is best.
Yep. Yep.
So I can answer you that right after.
Any others? Great. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Take one picture of the three of us? Yeah?
Yes,
Stand in
please.
front here. Should we stand in front of the table?
Exactly. Perfect. Right. Center. Yep, you got it. Mark, come on over. Yep. Yep. Go ahead, step in, Mark.